Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who got their revenge. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Rebecca, my ex-wife, now 34. James, my college buddy, and the guy Rebecca cheated on me with. Saladin, my other guy friend. Lisa, Saladin's cousin. So Rebecca and I were what you call college sweethearts. We survived college and the hardships of life. Got married in our early 20s. I was 25, she was 23. Ever since we got married, things were rocky. Not from the start, but situation-wise. I was in medical while she was an accounting major. There were things that was okay with me, but was not with her. Despite being married, she acted like she was a free bird. 2016, she joins James' company as an accountant because it pays well. I was happy because, hey, he's a buddy of mine. Slowly, she started to complain about things that were in place. She didn't like where we lived, had problems with everything I did. She did not like the foods she used to. I'm a great cook and she loved my food. Our fights intensified by a margin where she would call me names. I'm good for nothing. And that she earned more than me. Coming to this part later on. Drastic turn was that Rebecca and James were hanging out with our set of mutual friends. I got the word of it and it seemed off. I confronted both of them, to which they said it was just a sudden plan. Coincidentally, it happened on the same day I was out of city. They might have planned it beforehand, which I'm not sure of. 2017, the year my marriage blew up. So I was sure there was something because my bedroom became a dead one. I was increasingly paranoid, and whenever I tried to address things, I was turned down. Now, I'm not a saint. I constantly yelled at her to tell me what was going on because there was something off. Your favorite person rarely talks or does stuff with you and they claim it's nothing. Does this sound okay? It was also the year we were at our peak financially because our debts were paid off. My friends and I decided to open up a medical shop that provided medicine shop as a side venture. So one of the friends was Saladin. He proposed that we celebrate it at a pub. When we go there, I noticed a girl that looks exactly like Rebecca. She was dancing with another man and it was quite dark. I get a closer look. Lo and behold, it's Rebecca and James dancing hand to hand. I wasn't much bothered about it because, hey, they're friends. I was here with my colleagues and she was there with hers, but it was bothering me. I decided to send her a text asking where she was. She's usually on her way home at this time. She told me she was already home. Now that was a red flag. I told her to stop lying because she wasn't. I could clearly see her that she was getting paranoid and told me she was on her way. She left the pub afterwards. That night, I asked her about James. The look she gave me was as if she saw a ghost because she was not expecting that question. That look told me something was definitely up. If you ask your SO about a friend, they should act normally, but the way she acted was abnormal. That night itself, I snooped her phone. Curiosity was killing me. The password was changed so I couldn't see the phone. The next day, I saw her password and snooped it. There were hundreds of thousands of texts right there. Countless nudes, calling him daddy, degrading comments. My wife and I made a vow to each other that if there was anything we needed to explore, we would be transparent to each other. She broke that vow too. She confided about him, how much thrill she felt that night at pub. I went through everything. What hurt the most was she herself told me if one of us ever got bored of the other or needed to spice things up, we would let each other know. She destroyed everything. I couldn't look at her the way I used to anymore. I cried the night and confronted her stupidly without any evidence the next morning. She yelled at me and stormed out after telling me I was abusive and insane. She told all our friends that I was abusive. When she came home that night, she told me she was in love with James and wanted a divorce. I told her to talk first, but it turned into her berating me. I yelled at her and she called the cops. I was asked to spend the night elsewhere. I went to my sister's and when I returned the next morning, James' car was there. He spent the night here. There was nothing needed to explain. He was doing it on purpose. She was doing it on purpose. I went to see a lawyer. As we did not have a prenup, she already filed a complaint about me being abusive. It didn't look good for me. Not once did she try to apologize. Not once did she try to make amends. Our country law doesn't count infidelity as fault, so even with that, she's entitled to half of my everything. But her complaint can sue me up. A few days after that, where I was still living with my sister, I tried contacting Rebecca, but she won't reply to me. Rebecca hit me up telling me we should get divorced. That's it. 12 years of relationship, 4 years of marriage, she ends it with the text. I was convinced that James was taking my place. She handed me the divorce papers. Everyone from our friend circle was convinced that I was an abuser and James was her savior. She did the right thing to cheat on me. We were officially divorced during the start of 2018. She was already dating James open during our divorce. He was her life. I lost my job, my house, my reputation in a little affair. I had to change the city to move someplace else to restart again. Saladin helped me massively in that fresh start. He got me a decent paying job that was nowhere like my previous one, but it was better than the rest. We became close buddies while I was working to earn back what I had. Dating life was over for me. I just couldn't trust anyone. Last I heard, she moved in with James. They were doing great. The revenge part. End of 2020, my life was actually blowing up. COVID helped our cause with broken backs but filled our pockets. Our pharmacy venture turned huge, so I was able to make much money. I met a friend of mine from whom I got a tip that James and Rebecca were done. James cheated on her and left her, but Rebecca had a child with James. He was absent since birth, so he did not sign the birth certificate, so Rebecca is raising that child as a single parent. She tried dating, but she was not over me or James. The audacity. Part of me was happy with it, but gosh, I really missed her. I sent her an email asking how she was doing. She wasn't expecting to hear from me. We exchanged mails and reconnected. Our first meet was in 2021 after several years. She looked bad. She gained weight, lost the charm, and looked utterly exhausted all the time. Frankly, just her look made my blood boil and triggered me, but I also want to take my revenge on her. Life had already done that on my part, but I'm a jerk. I wasn't done with her. She told me about James and reopened the earlier wounds. I got my closure, which made me feel a bit better, I guess. She said she was sorry. She wasn't thinking straight what she was doing. James poisoned her mind against me. I told her I will forgive her if she comes clean to everyone and clears my name out. She did that, losing a lot of friends, but she deserved that. My name was clean. She wanted us to date again. I told her I would agree to it, but we needed to date and marry first. Only then would I legally adopt her child. That little guy is adorable, and I had taken a liking to him. Here's the truth. I was already seeing someone. Pretty safe to say I was cheating on that woman with Rebecca. She was a client of mine from a different country. We were in a long-distance relationship. Rebecca and I were living in different cities, so I never moved in with her, but I played it well by saying I need to travel for business. So I was only getting Rebecca's hopes up to crush her like she crushed me. We were getting intimate. Rebecca felt she found love again. I pushed her to therapy to get her to be normal again. Everyone was commenting how she was more happier with me. She would praise and then say sorry, do little things for me that she used to when she was married to me. Trust me when I say I had a lot of emotions attached to this woman. I considered my revenge if this was a good thing to break her heart. She might be traumatized for a lifetime, but she did not think of my heart when we were married. Why should I think of hers? I don't know how I feel about that. So his revenge is to cheat on another woman with his ex-wife. What did that other woman do to you? Like, I get that you want to get revenge on your ex-wife, but don't bring an innocent person in to your revenge plan. That's just stupid. So you're gonna basically be the same as your ex-wife then? Both cheaters? Interesting. Her birthday was coming up last year, October. Lockdown was eased up and my someone, it's Lisa, was in my city. For the birthday gift, I grabbed Rebecca for ring shopping. She picked out her favorite ring that I got it wrapped. She was elated because of that. That night, she came up to me crying that she was sorry for hurting me. She looked genuinely remorseful, but I had no feelings for her except indifference. Lisa was Aladdin's cousin. I already told her everything beforehand. She was against my revenge idea, but I managed to convince her somehow. She was uncomfortable with it, but understood that I needed to go through it. Yo, Lisa's too nice. What the heck is that? Like your partner being like, hey, I need to get back together with my ex-wife and then dump her. And you're okay with that? Yeah, I wouldn't be. I don't even condone these type of things anyways. Like, okay, I understand that someone hurt you, but move on. Revenge isn't going to get you anywhere. Move on. Make use of your time better and create better memories with your important person now, and that's Lisa. But nope, he has to spend time to get back at his ex-wife. Okay. On Rebecca's birthday, I drove her to our favorite spot when we were married. It's a nature's place. Lisa was already waiting there. I introduced Lisa to Rebecca that Lisa's my girlfriend. Rebecca went white and asked me what does she mean. What is she then? I introduced her to Lisa as Rebecca, my ex-wife and friends with benefit. There and then, I proposed to Lisa with that ring. Rebecca went mad and started yelling, to which I replied, how can she expect us to work out when she nuked us? I'm never dating a dirtbag like her again. She asked me again and again if we meant nothing. I told her nope. Sleeping with her was compensation for the pain. I got her to clear out the pain she put me through. Lisa was holding me back. She saw Rebecca was hurting. I told Rebecca that she needs to leave. She told everyone that I cheated and I was an asshole. This time I took it as a pride. Everyone saw the dirtbag she was. She cheated on me and made me pay a high price for a falsified abuse. Now she wants me to raise her kid and date her. The last we connected was in December of last year. She wrote me a letter of how sorry she is because she can't imagine putting me through the pain that she already put me through. She hoped I live a better life. Last I heard, she was completely uninterested in dating. As of me, I and Lisa stopped dating. There were differences between us. Okay. Oh my gosh. Like, obviously his ex-wife is a total trash bag, okay? She cheated, pathetic, loser, right? But it doesn't make him any better if he does the same thing. I feel like this story would have been okay if no one innocent was dragged in, you know, if Lisa wasn't in this story, if he, you know, got someone random instead and told them the plan and actually paid them, you know, to stand there and be like, hey, pretend to be my girlfriend while I do this to my wife, because then they wouldn't be cheating on anyone. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. This story is weird. The fact that he just used Lisa as like his little revenge plan is just so sad to me. She literally had to stand there and then he proposed to her while his ex-wife was watching, and then Lisa could just see his ex-wife getting crazy, and obviously someone's gonna feel bad when that happens, when you know everything that's happening. I don't know, man. How do you guys feel about this, yo? I mean, jeez, like the ex-wife is terrible, but this guy isn't any better. I just feel bad for Lisa. How could you do that to Lisa? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!